Introduction: A guide to doing good in a complicated world. What does it mean to do the right thing in a world where values are often overshadowed by ambition, and character is tested daily? Right thing, right now, good values. Good character. Good deeds. By Ryan Holiday is a modern manifesto for leading a life of virtue, integrity, and impact. It is a guide for anyone striving to make better choices, act with intention, and leave the world better than they found it. Drawing inspiration from timeless philosophies and weaving in contemporary examples, this book challenges us to align our values with our actions. It examines the fundamental question: how do we balance moral clarity with the complexity of everyday decisions? Holiday argues that living well isn't about grand gestures but about consistently doing what is right, no matter how small or inconvenient. This book is not a rigid set of rules but a compass, offering direction for navigating the gray areas of modern life. Through 6 core principles, Holiday illustrates how good values build character, good character inspires action, and good deeds create ripples that transform individuals and communities alike. Whether you're grappling with personal dilemmas, professional challenges, or societal pressures, Right Thing, Right Now equips you with practical wisdom to lead a life of meaning and moral excellence. Prepare to reflect deeply, act courageously, and embrace the journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. Chapter 1: The Foundation of Good Values. At the heart of every decision lies a set of values, principles that guide our actions and define who we are. In Chapter 1 of Right Thing, Right Now, Ryan Holiday emphasizes the importance of understanding, cultivating, and committing to good values as the bedrock of moral clarity and purposeful living. What are good values? Good values are those that withstand the test of time and context. They are not dependent on fleeting trends or external validation but are rooted in universal truths and human virtues. Honesty, courage, humility, and compassion are examples of such values, serving as anchors in a world of shifting priorities. Key characteristics of good values. Intrinsic: they come from within, not imposed by society or external pressures. Universal: they transcend culture, geography, and circumstance. Actionable: they inform behavior and inspire meaningful action. Holiday argues that good values are not abstract ideals. They are practical tools that shape our daily decisions and interactions. Identifying personal values. To live a value-driven life, one must first identify their core values. This requires self-reflection and honesty about what truly matters. Many people adopt values unconsciously, influenced by their upbringing, peers, or society, without questioning whether these values align with their true selves. Steps to identify your values. 1. Reflect on your proudest moments. What principles guided your actions? 2. Examine your toughest decisions. What values influenced your choices? 3. Consider the people you admire. What qualities do they embody? By clarifying your values, you create a moral compass that helps navigate life's complexities. Aligning values with actions. Good values are only meaningful when they inform behavior. Misalignment between stated values and actions leads to hypocrisy and erodes trust. Holiday emphasizes the importance of congruence, where actions consistently reflect principles, even when it is inconvenient or challenging. How to align values with actions. Practice integrity. Honor your commitments and stand by your principles. Make intentional choices. Pause to evaluate whether your actions align with your values. Hold yourself accountable. Regularly assess whether you are living according to your ideals. Holiday underscores that alignment requires courage, particularly in a world that often rewards shortcuts or compromises. The role of reflection in strengthening values. Reflection is a critical tool for evaluating and reinforcing values. Daily or periodic reflection allows individuals to examine their actions, learn from mistakes, and recommit to their principles. Reflection techniques. Journaling about decisions and their alignment with your values, seeking feedback from trusted friends or mentors, setting aside time to meditate on key principles and their application in your life. By making reflection a habit, values become more than aspirations, they become lived experiences. Key takeaway. Good values are the foundation of a meaningful and virtuous life. They guide decisions, inform actions, and shape character. By identifying, aligning, and reflecting on your values, you establish a moral compass that helps navigate challenges with clarity and integrity. This foundational work is the first step in creating a life where good character and good deeds flourish. Chapter 2. Building Good Character. Values lay the foundation, but character is the structure built upon them. In Chapter 2 of Right Thing, Right Now, Ryan Holiday explores how good character emerges from the consistent practice of values and the deliberate cultivation of virtuous habits. Character is not innate, it is earned through choices and actions over time. What defines good character? Character is the embodiment of values in action. It is revealed in how individuals respond to challenges, interact with others, and uphold their principles when faced with adversity. Good character is not perfection but a commitment to strive toward virtue, even in the face of setbacks. Key traits of good character: integrity, consistency between values and actions, regardless of the circumstances; resilience, the ability to endure and adapt while staying true to principles; humility, a willingness to learn, admit mistakes, and grow. Holiday emphasizes that good character is not about avoiding failure but about responding to it with accountability and resolve. The role of habits in shaping character. Habits are the building blocks of character. Repeated actions, whether intentional or automatic, define who we become. By aligning habits with values, individuals create a character that reflects their ideals. Steps to cultivate virtuous habits. 1. Start small. Focus on daily actions that reinforce core values. 2. Be consistent. Practice virtues like patience, kindness, and honesty in everyday interactions. 3. Replace bad habits. Identify behaviors that undermine your values and actively work to change them. Holiday stresses that character is not built in moments of crisis but in the quiet repetition of good habits over time. Character in the face of adversity. True character is tested when circumstances challenge one's values. Adversity provides an opportunity to demonstrate resilience, courage, and integrity. Instead of being deterred by difficulties, those with strong character view challenges as opportunities to deepen their commitment to their values. Lessons from adversity. Courage, standing firm in your principles even when it is uncomfortable or unpopular; grace under pressure, responding to setbacks with dignity and composure; perseverance, staying the course despite obstacles and failures. Holiday argues that adversity doesn't weaken character, it reveals and strengthens it. The influence of role models. Role models play a significant role in shaping character. By observing and emulating individuals who embody good character, we gain practical insights into how values can be translated into action. How to learn from role models. Identify individuals you admire for their virtues and accomplishments. Study their choices, habits, and responses to challenges. Adapt their principles and actions to your unique circumstances. Holiday notes that role models provide inspiration but should not become idols. The goal is to develop your own authentic character. Accountability and self-awareness. Good character requires accountability and self-awareness. Holding yourself responsible for your actions and reflecting on your behavior ensures that your character continues to grow and align with your values. Tools for accountability. Journaling. Track daily actions and reflect on whether they align with your principles. Mentorship. Seek guidance from someone who can offer honest feedback. Community. Surround yourself with individuals who share and support your commitment to virtue. Holiday emphasizes that accountability is not about guilt but about growth, a continuous journey toward becoming better. Key takeaway. Character is not something you are born with, it is something you build. Through habits, adversity, role models, and accountability, individuals transform their values into action and cultivate a character that stands the test of time. Good character is the anchor that ensures consistency and integrity in an ever-changing world, laying the groundwork for meaningful deeds and lasting impact. Chapter 3. The Power of Good Deeds. Good values and strong character come to life through action. Chapter 3 of Right Thing, Right Now focuses on the importance of good deeds as the practical expression of values and character. Ryan Holiday explores how intentional, meaningful actions create ripples that extend beyond the individual, fostering connection, trust, and transformation in the world. Good deeds as an extension of values. Good deeds are not random acts, they are deliberate choices that align with core values. They are the tangible evidence of integrity and character in action. Whether through small gestures or significant commitments, good deeds reflect an individual's dedication to making a positive impact. Key principles of good deeds. Intentionally. Actions driven by a desire to help or uplift, not for recognition or reward. Alignment. Deeds that are consistent with personal values and beliefs. Impact. Efforts that contribute meaningfully to others' well-being or the common good. Holiday reminds us that good deeds are not about perfection but progress, steps taken to leave the world better than we found it. The multiplier effect of small actions. While grand gestures are often celebrated, small, consistent acts of kindness and service can have a profound impact. Everyday actions, such as offering a listening ear, showing gratitude, or lending a hand, create a culture of compassion and connection. Examples of small but powerful deeds. A kind word to a colleague or stranger, supporting local causes with time or resources, helping someone achieve a goal without expecting anything in return. Holiday emphasizes that good deeds don't require extraordinary effort, they simply require showing up with intention and care. The courage to act. In many situations, doing the right thing requires courage. Standing up for others, addressing injustice, or taking responsibility for a mistake can be challenging, especially when the stakes are high. Good deeds often demand stepping out of comfort zones and confronting fear or uncertainty. Acts of courage include speaking out against wrongdoing, even when it is unpopular, offering help or support in difficult situations, taking accountability and making amends when you've fallen short. Holiday argues that courage is not the absence of fear but the willingness to act despite it, driven by a commitment to doing what is right. Overcoming barriers to good deeds. Many people hesitate to act because of doubt, fear, or the belief that their efforts won't make a difference. Overcoming these barriers requires shifting focus from the outcome to the intention, trusting that every good deed matters, even if its impact isn't immediately visible. Strategies to overcome hesitation. Start small. Focus on what you can do in the moment rather than waiting for the perfect opportunity. Let go of perfectionism. Accept that no action is flawless, but every effort counts. Embrace collaboration. Work with others to amplify the impact of your efforts. Holiday encourages readers to remember that even the smallest action can inspire change. Good deeds in the face of resistance. Not all good deeds are met with appreciation or success. Sometimes, efforts to help or do the right thing may be misunderstood or resisted. In these moments, it is important to stay rooted in your values and focus on the intrinsic worth of your actions. How to persist in adversity. Reflect on your intentions and stay aligned with your values. Seek strength from role models who face similar challenges. Remember that the value of a good deed lies in the act itself, not the outcome. Holiday reminds readers that good deeds are about the effort to create positive change, regardless of immediate recognition. Key takeaway. Good deeds are the living proof of good values and strong character. They demonstrate a commitment to making a difference, no matter how small the act or how challenging the circumstances. Through intentional action, courage, and perseverance, individuals contribute to a more compassionate and equitable world. Good deeds, Holiday emphasizes, are not just acts of kindness, they are acts of leadership that inspire others to do the same. Chapter 4. Navigating Moral Complexity. In a world filled with competing interests, conflicting values, and ambiguous situations, doing the right thing isn't always straightforward. Chapter 4 of Right Thing, Right Now delves into the challenges of navigating moral complexity. Ryan Holiday provides tools and perspectives to help individuals remain true to their values and character when faced with difficult decisions. The reality of gray areas. Life is rarely black and white. Situations often arise where the right course of action is unclear, or where multiple competing values make a decision challenging. Moral complexity requires thoughtful reflection and a willingness to grapple with uncertainty. Examples of moral dilemmas. choosing between loyalty to a friend and honesty about their wrongdoing, balancing personal ambition with the needs of others, deciding whether to compromise on principles for the sake of practicality. Holiday emphasizes that the process of wrestling with these dilemmas is where growth and clarity emerge. The role of reflection and deliberation. Navigating moral complexity requires pausing to reflect on the potential consequences of actions. Deliberation allows individuals to weigh their values, consider alternative perspectives, and anticipate the impact of their choices. Steps for effective reflection. 1. Clarify your values. Identify which principles are at stake in the situation. 2. Examine the outcomes. Consider how each possible action aligns with your values and affects others. 3. Seek perspective. Consult trusted mentors, colleagues, or historical examples for guidance. Holiday argues that while quick decisions may feel satisfying, taking the time to deliberate often leads to more ethical and thoughtful outcomes. Balancing competing priorities. Sometimes, moral complexity arises not because of a lack of clarity, but because two or more values are in conflict. These situations require balancing priorities and determining which value takes precedence in a given context. Approaches to balancing values. Hierarchy of principles. Identify which value is most critical in the specific situation. Contextual judgment. Recognize that the importance of values may shift depending on circumstances. Focus on long-term impact. Choose the action that upholds the broader integrity of your values over time. Holiday highlights that balancing priorities does not mean abandoning values, it means applying them thoughtfully. Managing emotional influences. Emotions, such as fear, anger, or guilt, can cloud judgment and complicate decision-making. While emotions are natural and valid, they should not dictate actions in morally complex situations. Instead, emotions can be acknowledged and integrated into a rational decision-making process. Strategies for managing emotions. Pause before acting. Give yourself time to process emotions and respond thoughtfully. Focus on facts. Ground your decision in objective information rather than emotional reactions. Practice mindfulness. Cultivate emotional awareness to reduce impulsivity. Holiday emphasizes that while emotions are part of the human experience, they should serve as guides, not drivers, in moral decision-making. The courage to act amid uncertainty. Moral complexity often involves making decisions with incomplete information or no guarantee of success. The willingness to act despite uncertainty requires courage and trust in one's values and judgment. How to act with courage. Accept imperfection. Understand that no decision is flawless, but intention matters. Commit to learning. Use mistakes as opportunities to grow and refine your judgment. Stay aligned with values. Let your principles guide you, even when the outcome is unclear. Holiday reminds readers that moral courage is not about always getting it right, it's about striving to do what's right, even in the face of uncertainty. Key takeaway. Navigating moral complexity is one of life's greatest challenges, but it is also where character and values are tested and refined. By embracing reflection, balancing priorities, managing emotions, and acting with courage, individuals can approach ambiguity with integrity and purpose. Holiday emphasizes that the effort to grapple with complexity, rather than avoid it, is what defines a life lived with intention and moral clarity. Chapter 5. The Ripple Effect of Doing the Right Thing. Every action, no matter how small, creates ripples that extend far beyond the individual. Chapter 5 of Right Thing, Right Now explores the profound impact that values-driven decisions and good deeds have on communities, organizations, and the broader world. Ryan Holiday highlights the interconnectedness of our actions and the responsibility that comes with that awareness. The power of influence. Doing the right thing inspires others to act with integrity and purpose. A single act of kindness, courage, or accountability can set an example for those around you, creating a ripple effect that multiplies its impact. Ways influence spreads. Role modeling. Actions speak louder than words. By embodying good values, you inspire others to do the same. Cultural shifts. In organizations or communities, consistent ethical behavior can reshape norms and expectations. Chain reactions. a good deed often encourages others to pay it forward, leading to a cascade of positive actions. Holiday emphasizes that influence doesn't require a position of power, every person has the ability to lead through their actions. Strengthening relationships through integrity. Integrity fosters trust, which is the foundation of strong and meaningful relationships. When you consistently act in alignment with your values, others are more likely to respect, rely on, and collaborate with you. How integrity builds relationships. Credibility. People trust those who keep their word and act ethically. Mutual respect. Good deeds and principled actions create a culture of reciprocity and care. Conflict resolution. Ethical behavior fosters open communication and constructive problem solving. Holiday argues that relationships rooted in integrity have a lasting impact, both personally and professionally. Creating positive organizational cultures. In workplaces and teams, the ripple effect of ethical behavior can transform the way organizations operate. When leaders and employees prioritize values and good deeds, it creates a culture of accountability, inclusivity, and shared purpose. Strategies for fostering positive cultures. Led by example, demonstrate the behaviors you want to see in others. Encourage collaboration. Highlight the collective benefits of ethical and value-driven decisions. Reward integrity. Recognize and celebrate those who prioritize doing the right thing. Holiday highlights that organizations built on good character and deeds are more resilient, innovative, and successful. Amplifying community impact. Beyond personal and organizational spheres, good deeds have the potential to create meaningful change in communities. Acts of service, advocacy, and justice ripple outward, addressing systemic issues and inspiring collective action. Examples of community impact. Volunteering. Giving time and skills to local causes strengthens social bonds. Advocacy. Speaking out for justice and equity uplifts marginalized voices. Mentorship. Guiding and supporting others fosters growth and opportunity. Holiday underscores that meaningful change begins with individual actions that inspire collective efforts. Balancing individual and collective needs. While personal values guide individual actions, the ripple effect reminds us of our shared responsibility to others. Balancing personal growth with collective well-being creates a harmonious dynamic where both the individual and the community thrive. How to find balance. Be mindful of impact. Consider how your actions affect others and the larger system. Collaborate with purpose. Align your personal goals with initiatives that benefit the broader community. Stay grounded in values. Use your principles as a compass to navigate competing interests. Holiday emphasizes that by balancing personal and collective needs, individuals contribute to a world that reflects shared values and goals. Key takeaway. Every action creates ripples that extend far beyond its immediate context. By acting with integrity, fostering trust, and prioritizing the greater good, individuals can inspire meaningful change in their relationships, organizations, and communities. Holiday reminds us that doing the right thing is never isolated, it's part of a larger movement that shapes the world for the better. Chapter 6: The Rewards of Living with Integrity. Doing the right thing isn't always easy, but it carries rewards that extend far beyond material gain. Chapter 6 of Right Thing, Right Now examines the personal and collective benefits of living with integrity. Ryan Holiday highlights how values-driven decisions and actions cultivate inner peace, fulfillment, and a legacy of positive impact. The fulfillment of alignment. Living in alignment with your values and character creates a sense of inner harmony. When your actions reflect your beliefs, you eliminate the dissonance that arises from compromise or dishonesty, leading to a more fulfilling life. The benefits of alignment. Self-respect. Consistently doing the right thing builds confidence and self-worth. Clarity of purpose. Values provide a clear direction, reducing stress and uncertainty. Peace of mind. Acting with integrity removes the guilt and regret associated with unethical choices. Holiday emphasizes that fulfillment comes not from external validation but from knowing you've lived true to your principles. Building a legacy. The ripple effects of good deeds and integrity extend beyond your lifetime. A life lived with purpose and ethical conviction leaves a lasting legacy, inspiring others and contributing to a better world. Elements of a legacy. Inspiration. Your actions serve as a guide and motivation for future generations. Impact. The positive change you create continues to grow through those you've influenced. Memories. People remember those who lived with kindness, courage, and authenticity. Holiday reminds readers that a meaningful legacy isn't about fame or fortune, it's about the lives you touch and the principles you uphold. The strength to withstand challenges. Living with integrity doesn't mean avoiding challenges, it means having the strength to face them with resilience. By grounding yourself in your values, you build the emotional and moral fortitude to navigate difficulties without losing your way. How integrity strengthens resilience. Consistency. A strong foundation of values provides stability in uncertain times. Perspective. Ethical living helps you focus on what truly matters, even in adversity. Community support. Acting with integrity earns trust and builds relationships that provide support during challenges. Holiday argues that resilience is not just about surviving hardship, it's about thriving while staying true to who you are. The power of gratitude. Gratitude is both a reward and a practice of integrity. By recognizing the good in your life and the contributions of others, you reinforce your commitment to living with humility and purpose. Practicing gratitude. Acknowledge support. Thank those who have helped or inspired you. Appreciate progress. Celebrate the small victories that come from living with integrity. Focus on abundance. Shift attention from what's lacking to what you have to offer. Holiday notes that gratitude deepens your connection to others and strengthens your resolve to continue doing good. A life of meaning. Ultimately, living with integrity leads to a life of meaning and purpose. It's not about achieving perfection but about striving each day to align your actions with your values. This journey brings richness to your experiences and clarity to your goals. Characteristics of a meaningful life. Service, a commitment to helping others and contributing to the greater good. Growth, a lifelong dedication to learning, reflection, and self-improvement. Joy, finding satisfaction and contentment in the journey, not just the destination. Holiday emphasizes that meaning is found in the process of living well, not in the outcomes or accolades. Key takeaway. The rewards of living with integrity are profound and enduring. From inner peace and fulfillment to a lasting legacy, the benefits of doing the right thing extend far beyond the moment. Holiday reminds us that while the path of values and character may be challenging, it leads to a life rich with purpose, connection, and meaning. By committing to this path, we create a better world, not just for ourselves, but for everyone around us. Conclusion. Choosing the right path every day. In a world that often prioritizes convenience over conviction, right thing, right now serves as a timeless reminder that the choices we make define who we are and the legacy we leave behind. Ryan Holiday's exploration of good values, strong character, and meaningful deeds offers a roadmap for living with integrity in a complex and uncertain world. Living a values-driven life is not about perfection or grand gestures. It's about the small, consistent choices that align with your principles, build character, and inspire action. These choices create ripples that extend far beyond the individual, shaping relationships, communities, and even societies. They prove that doing the right thing, no matter how challenging, is always worth the effort. This book also underscores that the journey of living with integrity is ongoing. It requires reflection, courage, and the resilience to navigate moral complexities. Yet, the rewards of this journey, inner peace, trust, and a life of meaning, are unparalleled. By striving to align values with actions, we not only better ourselves but also contribute to a world where goodness and justice flourish. As you close this book, remember that every moment presents an opportunity to act with purpose and integrity. The question is not whether you will face challenges, but how you will rise to meet them. By committing to doing the right thing, right now, you take the first step toward creating a life and a world that reflects the best of who we can be. The choice is yours. Start today. Thank you for listening. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel.